State's sitting there. They're happy. They're up, and they win 82-66. Leonard Hamilton's squad goes away 1-1 on this trip to the desert.
And that's the way it works. 0-2, 1-1, 1-1, and 2-0. And the Wildcats want to be the 2-0. Let's meet tonight's starting lineups, shall we? They are presented by Domino's Pizza. Billy Collins, Rashad Bell, Ryan Butt, Chaz Carr, Matt Turner. Everybody on that left-hand side can score and score well. Luke Walton, Hassan Adams, Channing Frye, Salim, Stoudamire, and Jason Gardner for the Wildcats. Speaking of them, they can all score too. So it should be a pretty good game here as this final of the Bank One Fiesta Bowl Classic. Dennis Wolf is in his 9th year at Boston University, 11th overall. He spent a lot of time in the program as an assistant at BU. Prior to that, he was an assistant coach at Virginia, Southern Methodist, Wake Forest, St. Bonaventure, and before that, Connecticut College. So Coach Wolf has been around the block a few times and has very much enjoyed this Boston University program, where he now has them even up after their victory over Davidson on Saturday. They come into the game 5-5. His counterpart tonight in his 20th year as the head coach of the Wildcats, Hall of Fame member. In his 18th, you have to put an asterisk on it. This is the 19th year of the basketball tournament here at the U of A, but he took a year off 2 years ago when Bobby Olson took a turn for the worse and relinquished the coaching reins. So in terms of being on the floor, this is tournament 18 for Coach Lute Olson. All right, Mr. Elliott, tell us about the game plan tonight. It's presented by Chevrolet.
Well, one thing that Arizona has not done much of this year is come out the blocks quick, jump on the opponent, do the damage to them, and let them know that they should not be in the game with them. I want to see Arizona jump out right away defensively. Second of all, one way to do that is to hold the Boston University's defensive percentage in the field below 40%. Get up in them, don't let them get free looks at the basket. And third, create turnovers. Make the press do what it's there to do. Create the turnover, capitalize on it, take it down the other end. Then we get some more highlight dunks from Hassan Adams.
There's Coach Wolf. We did not have a chance to show anybody him because he was busy in the midst of his huddle with his Terriers tonight. Hassan Adams will be doing the jumping, and it goes the other way as Rashad Bell, the forward, sophomore out of Queens, New York.
Now, I want to know why Hassan Adams jumped center instead of Channing Frye. I got to find that one out.
I think you should. Well, he's got the hops for it, but he certainly did not have the timing.
But you know, a jump ball is not about hops. It's about quickness, getting to a ball that's only being thrown about 3 or 4 feet in the air. So a longer guy that's already up there doesn't have to really jump that high. So that one kind of throws me a little bit.
Well, uncharacteristically, the Wildcats start on defense, but now they quickly force the turnover, and they're on offense. Jason Gardner at the point. Works it into Walton. Walton played for the first time in weeks on Saturday. Had a very good outing, particularly off the board. Throw it in. Hassan Adams. Here we go.
Hassan, with his patented make a strong move down low and come out flexing the muscles. Watch him get down loose. He has an uncanny ability
was an 80% free throw until he just missed the free throw. How about that little English shot missing by Matt Turner? Turn it around. The Wildcats back on offense on the quick break. Gardner pumps it up for 3, misses. Walton with the easy board. Finds Gardner again. Back to Luke. He had a couple of threes in the second half on Saturday. He misses his first shot, and the Terriers are back on offense. Boston with an 84-69 win over Florida State here on Saturday. And that will seat the crowd here as the basket made by Billy Collins. Collins lit it up as well. Stoudamire back in good shooting form, 6 of 8 from the field on Saturday. Frye going to take the 10-foot jumper, doesn't go. Walton taps it in, but no basket.
A moment ago on the left side of your screen, watch how the Boston University player makes that cut and Hassan gets caught up high. So there's a look up high, nice cut down low. Good move by Boston University that time. That's the old backdoor move.
Luke Walton assessed with the offensive foul, so the ball turns over, and just as quickly it's turned back to Arizona. Frye can run down the court from Gardner, put it right in. That dunk ended a a three-shot drought for the Wildcats. They had missed 3 in a row. Now they're back on the scoreboard, and they have the lead again, 4-2.
Dave, look for Boston University to slow the tempo down. They want to turn this into a possession game. Less possession. If they take good care of the basketball and shoot it well, they think they have a chance. So right now, the coaches want them to pull it out. Well, they're going to get a 3. They'll take that. They will take the 3 over any time. They want to run the clock down. Watch how many times in this game you see the shot clock for Boston University go to single digits.
Billy Collins knocked down the 3s, the senior out of Concord, New Hampshire. Frye puts it up, misses that one. Walton puts it up off the glass. He can't put it down, but the Terriers can grab it. The rebound by Rashad Bell.
Let's go, defense. Come on, Cats.
Chaz Carr, the point guard, setting things up, trying to slow it down a little bit. Coach Wolf is in their ear. Tempo, he's saying tempo. Tempo to them means slow it down. Tempo to Arizona means speed it up.
Well, they're like many teams in the country now. They've discovered that they've got to win by playing good defense, and this is a good defensive front. Although they missed the shot this time for 3, and the Cats come away with it. Gardner finds Stoudamire. He quickly goes into Walton. Walton into the key, and he is fouled. The foul is on number 13, Rashad Bell.
Nice post up that time by Luke Walton. Made himself available to get the entry pass for the top. Drop step. Quick move. Usually Luke will like to kind of yo-yo back and forth, take his time, and set himself up for that fadeaway jump shot. That time he just drop step, went right to the hole. Gets fouled to shoot 2.
Luke's been away for a while. Been shooting 2 of 4 from the free throw line. That makes the average a little bit better. Ricky Anderson did not feel well on Saturday, did not play a single minute. So Anderson gets a nice round of applause, welcoming him back to the floor. Hassan Adams will get the rest. So the first substitution for Lute Olson. Ricky Anderson.
Ricky still looks a little pale, so I don't anticipate him playing more than 10 minutes today. Just enough so he can knock the dust off and have played a game before on Thursday.
Yeah, we went to the dinner on Friday night. He was absolutely drained. But it's tournament. Well, the tournament, the Pac-10 tournament really begins next week, so a bit later this week, rather. So time to get ready to get. Here's Walton. Works it inside to Frye. Nice little jump hook inside. Channing Frye with 4 points and 2 rebounds to get Arizona underway. The Wildcats lead it by 2, 7-5.
Dave, so much has been said about what does Luke Walton mean to Arizona basketball. You saw it right there. Looking over the top, making a good entry pass.
Tough work underneath by Rashad Bell. Bell now has his first 2 points, a 7-7 tie. Gardner works it inside, back outside to Walton. Stoudamire open for 3.
Now there is a case like earlier in the season when he was rushing his shot. Salim needs to get set before he shoots that shot.
And there's a foul. Foul's called on Jason. And we have a timeout. 15:32 to go in the first half, a 7-7 tie. Luke Walton back in form. He's finding Channing Frye underneath. The Cats and Terriers back in a minute.
Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. You gotta have something if you wanna be with me.
Get 0% APR with 0 down payment and 0 payments for 90 days. Or get $2,000 cash back on every new 2003 Chevy truck and SUV. 000. Visit O'Reilly or Watson Chevrolet today.
Stackhouse, Jerry Stackhouse.
Please welcome NBA All-Star Jerry Stackhouse.
Tonight after the game, it's the Arizona Sports Report.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
It's the nightly newscast you've been waiting for.
This is the real deal.
30 minutes every night dedicated to scores, highlights, and interviews from your hometown teams.
We told you it was going to be good.
Your teams, your town, your show. The Arizona Sports Report tonight after the game on Fox Sports Net. You're watching Fox Sports Net.
Welcome back. It's first half. You see 15:32 left, 7-7 tie. We talked so much about what Luke Walton means to the Arizona basketball team. You're going to see Luke take the ball into the middle of the floor. Why don't you freeze it right there? So now if this is Luke, look at what he's looking at. Option 1, Channing Frye. You've got 2 over here by himself, 3 Ricky Anderson, and Jason Gardner coming on the spot. He kind of looks around and says, I'm going to take the first guy closest to the basket and drops it down. Nice pass by Luke.
Back to the live. Sean Wynn off the bench for the Terriers. Inside the key, shoves it down. That's a big block by Channing Frye. And afterwards, a foul.
No, when the ball came back down, Channing touched it, and he was out of bounds. Great block that time. Good timing by Channing. When he comes back down, if he were to look down, he'd see that he's out of bounds.
Oh, I also saw somebody grabbing his jersey from behind, too.
It's all in the love of basketball.
I understand. On the break, the Wildcats, Gardner shoves it into Ricky Anderson, turns around, forces it up, it doesn't fall, but it's right to Luke Walton, who goes to Frye. He goes to Anderson and gets it.
That's the other thing Luke Walton does. It makes everybody else pass the ball better. Great pass that time to Ricky Anderson for the bucket.
Well, I know you've said it before, and I completely agree with you. When Luke Walton's on the floor, everybody is heads up because that ball, the rock's going to be coming at you at some point. And in a hurry. Nice little movement by Terriers. Billy Collins knocks it down again for Collins. He's got 7 points. By the way, Chris Rogers into the Arizona lineup. Came in on the break. Baseline drive, put it up and in. Somebody missed an assignment. Billy Collins with 9 points. Chris Rogers, quickly, he goes over to Gardner, and the senior cans it for 3. His first points tonight come on an open 3 at the top of the key. Nice pass by the freshman, who we saw some great work from him the other night. Seymour from the corner. Shy. Walton, he had a bunch of rebounds on Saturday. He's going to have a lot more tonight. Yep. Looking for somebody, but it went out of bounds. Chris Rogers, I'll tell you what, Bob, what a way to make a statement about how you can play college basketball. Chris Rogers had some time tonight to show he can play offense, but defense too.
Came in the first half, had a few minutes, did a great job. Coaching staff rewarded him with additional minutes in the second half, and you see the numbers. Career high 14 points, shot the ball decently, great from the free throw line, but more importantly, played some great defense, heads up, and got everybody involved on defensive end. And that's why he's rewarded here by coming to the game early on, earlier than he's ever been.
Gardner with a missed 3 after making one. Big hits, Ryan Budd, 6'8" junior. Not get down.
Let Matt Turner get started.
Yeah, that's what he did the other night. Those are.
He got hot, ended up with 18 markers against Florida State on Saturday.
That was his first shot in tonight. Channing, that Isaiah Fox who snuck in on us. It's hard to sneak Isaiah in, but so did Dennis Lattimore come in. So the Wildcats have just 2 starters on the floor right now. Messers, Walton, and Gardner. Good strong post move that time. Isaiah going to the left, had his man beat, shot with the left hand, got it up and in. Bombs away, shot missed by Seymour. Walton's got 5 rebounds tonight. Gardner misses that one, so he made 1 and has missed 2 from 3-point range. The Wildcats tonight just 1 of 7. That was Gardner's a few minutes ago. They've had not been shy about taking the 3-point shot tonight. Working around, Ryan Butt sticks across the way. Baseline jumper, that one good by Chaz Carr. We talked about him at the start of the show. Now he has 2 points. 15-14, the visiting Boston University Terriers lead the Arizona Wildcats. Similarly, Davidson got off to a great start against the Wildcats on Saturday. The Wildcats finally made a move halfway through the first half. Walton misses the shot, ball out of bounds, and it's going to be for the Terriers. 11:50 to go in the first half, and the Wildcat bench starting to make its move too. Big Isaiah Fox with the left-hand push. Cats down by 1.
Buick Holiday Bonus Cash makes this year-end the grand finale. The remarkable, versatile Buick Rendezvous, now with $3,000 total cash back. The affordable luxury of Century, the award-winning LeSabre, the power of Regal, all with $3,000 total cash back. Or choose 000 and still get holiday bonus cash. The year-end grand finale ends January 2nd.
Introducing 54321, covering the entire world of extreme sports, nightly.
The allure of the Cotton Bowl is its legacy. Sims and the Longhorns battle Davis and the Tigers in the SBC Cotton Bowl New Year's Day on Fox.
Boston University with a 1-point lead over the Arizona Wildcats at McHale Center. Got some news. The big news this television season is that America's #1 pregame show is taking its act to prime time. Saturday, January 18th. It's Fox NFL Saturday Night as JV, Terry, Howie, Jimmy, and along with Julian and Jimmy Kimmel grab the spotlight. The show features a special live performance from Shania Twain and her return to network television. It's only on Fox NFL Saturday. It's Saturday night, January 18th, only on Fox.
Neither team, Dave, is stroking it too well. Not all those shooting percentages.
Now they're not passing it either. Fox picked up the errant pass, and then he is fouled. We might have a bloody nose here. But we'll see.
Well, hey, you go reaching up in there, and Isaiah did exactly what you're supposed to do. Not throw the elbow, but just come out and lead with it as you're going to turn toward your outlet pass.
Yeah, Billy Collins has got that. I hope I don't get a cold.
Oh, you see Billy shoot a little elbow at Isaiah coming down?
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, a little something for you there.
Oh, he is hurting, too. You can tell he's still in great discomfort out there. Will Bynum checks into the Arizona lineup. Hassan. And Rogers, not bashful about shooting after Saturday. He misses the 3. The Wildcats continue to struggle outside the arc. I believe they're 1 of 8 now. Let's see if the Terriers are any better at it. Nope. Dennis Lattimore with the rebound, and quickly he goes to Bynum.
You saw Lattimore that time come down with the elbows out. Just sent a little message. Nice little love tap from down low. Hassan might have made his first 3-point bucket of the season.
Easy way to figure that out, young man, and you are correct. Hassan Adams came in 0 for 9, knocks that one down. Collins flips it back outside, give it to Turner. And now the baseline shot from Grochowalski. Adams. Rogers slashes into the bucket, puts it up. No, it doesn't fall. And Fox is pickpocketed from behind.
This is a different lineup out on the floor. Bynum and Rogers, the guards, Adams at the 3 spot, and then Lattimore and Isaiah Fox down low.
I think this is the first time this combination has been on the floor. Astute observation, young man.
Thank you very much. And for your next selection. Mac the knife, right?
And my requests, they're coming up. Into the lane, 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Everybody thinking there's movement without dribbling. Hassan Adams comes down with the basketball.
Man, he's a rebounding machine.
Yeah, he is.
Hassan can go up and grab some stuff off the glass. I'm going to start calling him Windex.
Rogers in and out from 3.
Yeah, but Chris is taking good shots.
Yes, there's nothing wrong with that. He was wide open.
They're just not falling.
They will come in time.
Something a little different, Dave. They're picking up a half court. So you don't see Arizona trying to put that full court press on Boston University. Just picking up a half court. A little leisure, but sometimes brings your intensity level down, and you can see that defensively the intensity just isn't there as much as we've seen today.
Well, you're starting to wonder if Luke's going to have him start putting that pressure out toward the perimeter a little bit more and start pushing him out.
It's kind of like going from a man-to-man defense into a zone. You know, you kind of lose some of that defensive intensity that just want to jump up the top of somebody and just do something strong. You kind of lay back a little bit, and they've played that up-tempo 94-foot pick somebody up move for so long that now it just hasn't happened.
You see a lot of changes for both teams right now as Salim Stoudamire, amongst others, returning to the Arizona lineup. And Boston's got a whole new line in there. Lob intended for Adams. Somehow he got it down. It wasn't very pretty, but it was effective.
But again, he has an uncanny ability that in the tall timber to get the ball up on the glass and in. It's one thing to get it off of you amongst all those tall trees. It's nothing to get the ball in the hole.
7 points for Hassan. And Salim Stoudamire is called for the foul. That's a close call. Taking a look at Boston University, 22-10 last year. You might recall they lost to Cincinnati. You remember your brackets from last year. And they're picked to once again win the America East Conference. Pretty good squad.
They're hanging in there right now with the number 4 rated Arizona Wildcats.
Another missed baseline 3-point shot and a foul. Dennis Lattimore was coming down with the ball.
Great box out that time by Dennis. That's what you're supposed to do. If you put that opposing player on your back, move him back a little bit, jump up as high as he does, either you get the ball or you get the foul. It's one or the other, but you do not lose possession.
The foul is on Kevin Gardner. He's a freshman out of Palos Verdes, Peninsula High, so he's from Steve Kerr territory. And he went to school a long way from home. Lattimore in the lane. Nice right hand, tough jump in over Lattimore on the scoreboard. And the Wildcats extend their lead to 6, 21-15, 7 minutes, 48 seconds remain in the first half.
A little different full court press. Instead of having a guy on the ball, they're using the guy around the free throw line to help double team a guard trying to break to the ball.
Bynum showing his good defense tonight. Off the screen. And left open. That's Turner on the perimeter. Shot doesn't fall. Put back does. Nice play by Paul Seymour.
Smart move by Seymour. Didn't come back to the floor. Caught it in the air. Let it go back in the air. Through the nets. Through the twine.
Bynum nice looks for it. Yes, it was. Right into Isaiah Fox. He's got 4 points. And Arizona making a move here.
Dave, I'm sorry. Notice how there's nobody on the ball in the inbound. They're trying to double up the guard, so it's like taking 3 defenders against 2 guys and see if you can't force them to not get the ball inbound. A little different strategy on the full court press.
Well, I imagine now that, as we saw, NAU did very well with the initial Arizona full court press. They're going to have to show some variations of it as well. Particularly as familiar as Pac-10 teams are with one another. There you see the shot clock up there is 7 seconds. Fall away, doesn't fall, except for Will Bynum. Shot missed by Chaz Carr. Very quickly, the Cats back on offense. Adams hit his first, missed his second.
Well, the toe was on the line, so it would have only been a 2-point attempt. That just shows how he's not familiar with getting himself behind the line to shoot the 3. He's an inside player with a mid-range jump shot, but outside 3-point land, no.
Matt Turner, he's off the mark. And Lattimore with another rebound.
I'll be curious to see Hassan Adams next year after a whole year of tutelage. The point maybe then he might be able to talk to me, Will Bynum. That's the strength of Will Bynum. He's quick. He's also very strong. He gets bumped, regathers himself in the air and still gets it up on the glass and in. Oh, he's going to come right into your living room. Bam, look at the foul. Doesn't matter. The strength. Look at the triceps. Using all of those muscles. That weight training going on there, Dave.
Oh, that sounds good. That sounds good. So Bynum bullies his way in for two. Now has a chance to make it a three-point play. Will's about a 63% free throw shooter. This is just his 12th attempt of the year. 7 of 11 coming in, and the convenience store shot misses. He cannot make it a three-point play. 25-17, Arizona with an 8-point advantage. And shut that right over here.
Thought he was going to tip it right there, Dave.
Thought Will wanted to give me a souvenir for the night. Cats putting up a defensive show now. 5:46 to go in the half. They extend their lead. 25-17. Hurry back.
According to the Harvard Business Review, the value of a new car plummets 28% in the first week after its sale. Buy a car at Budget and you won't feel the new car crunch. Budget Car and Truck Sales. Why buy new?
Casino of the Sun. It's closer than you think.
According to the Harvard Business Review, the value of a new car plummets 28% in the first week after its sale. Buy a car at Budget, and you won't feel the new car crunch. Budget Car and Truck Sales. Why buy new?
We're back as Arizona's made a little run on Boston University, up by 8 right now with 5:46 left to go. A little cute lady there being held up by a young man. What I was talking about earlier about the press, see the Boston University guy is about to take the ball out of bounds. Traditionally, Dennis Lattimore would be over here on top of the ball. Instead, he's trying to help the guards choose a guy to double team on the way in. So Arizona's giving a little different look or taking another look at how they can do a full-court press. As again, before they go to Oregon, you see where Arizona's on a 9-2 run in the last 6 minutes and 50 seconds that day. They're rolling.
Rowdy Yates. Well, guess what? They let that boy, Sean Wynn, roll in, the freshman from Brooklyn.
You know, Dave, when Lute Olson walks down to get a glass of water and he's not thirsty, he's upset. Yes, yeah, he's upset.
But he's in big trouble. Channing Frye looking for and finds Will Bynum off the screen set by Walton, and there's going to be a foul called. And hey, this January, Bob, Fox Sports Net introduces 5-4-3-2-1, the only show that takes you inside the world of extreme sports each and every night, with breaking news, event highlights, and insider features. 5-4-3-2-1 is the entire world of extreme sports all in one place. 5-4-3-2-1, premiering weeknights this January on Fox Sports Net.
Give it to me in Spanish.
Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello.
Thank you. Well, dos y dos. Chaz Carr, 22 rather. Let's get off of this right now. You get the whole second half in Spanish numerals. Luke Walton has 1 point tonight at the line, but he has 5 rebounds. He had a big night rebounding on Saturday. Misses the free throw shot. The Wildcats not doing too well from the line tonight. I'll tell you what the Wildcats have done very well at. Well, let's find out about this defense first.
Yeah, Boston University has had way too many looks at the hole right in front of the basket. Somebody has to rotate around and help out defensively.
Wildcats leaving some big lanes open from the wing.
See, look at this. You've got Sean Wynn just literally going from 25 feet all the way in. Nobody stops him. He lays it up and in. You cannot have that defensively. Somebody must rotate over. and help out your teammate.
Well, Walton's had a tough night from the free throw line. 1 of 4. Cats are shooting in the bonus now as the Terriers have 18 fouls and Walton misses both shots.
Dave, this game is playing right into Boston University's hands. They want to slow the tempo, make it a low-scoring game, a possession game. That's exactly where it is. 25 to 21, 5 minutes left. It's a slow-down game, and that's what they want, because if they can get hot, as they did Saturday night against Florida State, they think they have a chance. Here's a wide shot. Watch the guys going to come off the screen, and watch Iguodala come up. Doesn't quite get it right. Hits him on the hand. A little bit of a flop, but that's part of playing basketball. The guy hits you, you just go with it. In the NBA, you will hear a lot of times guys holler every time they get hit, just to make sure the official knows that somebody made some contact on my body.
Salim Stoudamire back into the ballgame, replacing Will Bynum. Billy Collins having a great career at Boston University, although he misses the free throw. Senior Andre Iguodala gets some first half play time. Did not play in the first half on Saturday. He go the inside to Walton very quickly, shove it up, and it doesn't fall. And Luke, who's not had a banner night at the free throw line, goes back there.
Luke's kind of into the power game today. Normally he's into finesse, yo-yo a little bit, fade away about 10 feet away from the hole. Now it's like he's trying to take somebody to the rack. A couple elbows on the way up. Go back to the line. You see he's had a tough time today so far. 1 for 5 from the line. And
he's not the only one. The Cats are 1 of 7 from the free throw line. There it is.
That's not like Arizona, because they are a 70% free throw team. And to go 1 for 7.
And now I'm going to use a disco word, but it's biorhythms, and I'm thinking the Wildcats, when they're up, they have not committed a turnover here tonight, so I'm wondering about them. They're usually by now they get 2 or 3 turnovers. They're cranky and they're getting hot and bothered, but they have yet to turn the ball over in the first half. 4 minutes, 38 seconds remain.
Oh, shake and bake.
Nice move down underneath.
And block.
Good block by, I'm not sure if it was Walton or Frye. And they're going to say the ball's out of bounds to the Terriers.
So he drops it down. Here's your help. Channing Frye and Walton. They gave that one to Boston.
Channing Frye adjusted the shot, and Walton was able to block it. Now the Terriers. Look at that. Jeez.
Yeah, upset him. He's playing a power game today.
Yeah, he is, and he's got 6 boards. Gardner. Iguodala, excuse me, that was Andre. I saw that too going down there. Back inside, no problem. Shove it right down. Now that, without doubt, is Rashad Bell.
And again, slow pace, low scoring. It was a 2-point game. Just what Boston University and Coach Dennis Wolf wanted to see in the first half. Keep it close.
Well, we talked earlier about the fact that they are a defensive school. They were 10th in the nation last year in field goal defense. Channing Frye with the turnaround. He has 6 points.
Nice entry pass from Jason Gardner for the assist.
Channing scored at double digits. Nearly had a double-double on Saturday.
This time it worked.
Yep.
Not having a person on the ball. Oh, hello. Said that the timeout was not called before the 5 seconds.
So the Wildcats will have the basketball when we return. They forced the turnover. The Terriers can't bring it in bounds, but they can bring it to the basket, as Sean Wynn just showed us. 3:35 to go in the half.
Arizona athletics succeeding on and off the playing field. In 2001, hard work led 39% of Arizona student athletes to earn a 3.0 grade point average or better. Competitive success has been proven by the Wildcats' 17 national team championships and 100 individual championships. While making a difference in the Tucson community, Arizona student athletes spoke to more than 35,000 young people, urging them to stay away from drugs and to make good decisions. Arizona athletics, leading the way in education, athletics, and community service.
Come ball with us. College basketball on Fox Sports Net. Jason Gardner and Pac-10 powerhouse Arizona battle conference foe Oregon State. Come ball with us.
Saturday at 9 on Fox Sports Net.
Coming up tonight on your Arizona Sports Report, who will stay and who will go now that the Cardinals season is over? Where does the team go from here? You've got questions, we've got answers on your Arizona Sports Report tonight after the game.
You know what, man? Why did they take away the end zone dances, man? I like that, man. Billy White Shoes Johnson. Remember that? Why did they stop that?
What's your favorite?
What's my favorite move?
Yeah, your favorite.
I think it was basically the Icky. The Icky was my favorite.
I love Icky. Icky was
Right. Like you guys used to have a grenade move. I love that, man.
They grab the ball, go, yeah. Everybody fall out.
Belly bump, man. Belly bump with the ball, man.
Come on, Mike, give me something.
The NFL Show with Irvin, Siragusa, and Davidson. Saturday and Sunday on Fox Sports Net.
Back at McHale Center. Before that, we're outside McHale Center, reminding you that critics are calling the Best Damn Sports Show period a 2-hour frat party. The Best Damn Sports Show period tonight at 10, only on Fox Sports Net. Boy, he's got a big head. I remember when he played for the Philadelphia Phillies. He caused him flips in the vet.
Size 8 3/4, hat size or something.
At minimum, I think he's around a 10.
Big dome, huh?
Turn it over. Big dome. First turnover tonight for the Wildcats. You see the field goal shooting. Arizona still, both of them under 50%. Matter of fact, you know how cold they've become. BU has missed 9 of their three-point attempts. Although they make the two-point shot, Frye very quickly for Arizona back down, gets his own rebound, puts it up. Basket is flopping around. Iguodala can't put it in. Frye taps it up again. Iguodala again, and he's fouled. 3 in the key. They had a hotel in there.
You wish that some of those would go in, but you have to like the fact that they just kept going after it and kept going after it, regardless where it was. See, even Channing there, you're just going to just throw it back up there in the vicinity. So somebody else has a crack at it. And there you see the foul committed by Billy Collins on Andre Iguodala. That one didn't act like it wanted to go in, but it finally did fall.
Shake, rattle, and roll. Hey, we should point out one thing, just to give you an idea of a milestone that'll be reached any time now. Jason Gardner, he has 499 career assists at Arizona. So he'll get to 500. Next time he throws it to somebody who scores. Iguodala, an uncharacteristic performance from the free throw line tonight for a Wildcat. Hits both of his free throws. Arizona has a 4-point lead, 31-27. 2 minutes, 57 seconds remaining in the half, as the Terriers once again break the press. Move it around. Chaz Carr works it down in deep, and the baseline jumper again. Jason Grochowalski.
And it's back close again. 2-point game. Kick it back out, Ricky. You got too many people on you. That's good.
Yeah.
Because he set his feet. As long as he's set, not rushing it, it's money. Every time. Count it as it goes through the twine.
Salim's first 3 points of the night. The Wildcats 34-29 the lead. Another break to the basket. Grochowalski.
Another blown defensive assignment.
Yep. This is a night to avoid the locker room at halftime, I think.
Yes, indeed.
There you see the 500.
Now you see Jason Gardner, but freeze it right there. Here's the screen, and you see Salim waiting for the pass so you can catch, set, shoot, drain it. Every time. Great pass from Gardner, great screen by Frye, and a beautiful shot by Salim Stoudamire.
Hassan Adams back into the ballgame, replacing Andre Iguodala, and the man at the free throw line, Jason Gardner, a great story at Arizona, one of the storied players now with 500 assists. That's Mom. She is here for each and every game. Yes, the lovely Stephanie Gardner.
You can see the intensity on her face.
Oh yeah, she doesn't smile until the game ends. I know that. 2-on-2 basketball. Stop, set it up, put it up for 2. Once again, Jason Grochowalski.
I'll just call him Jason G.
Yeah, I'm used to it.
Spin and block.
Rejected by Rick Anderson. 3-on-1. Stoudamire goes to the hole, and he is fouled. It goes in.
Salim with some of that herky-jerky like his cousin Damon, who obviously played ball here. But watch this spin, and Ricky Anderson say, thank you very much. But notice he didn't knock it all out of bounds. Tipped it over to Jason Gardner. And watch Salim, a little herky-jerky. Get it up on there, in the hole. Now he goes to the line to finish it off with a three-point play.
A brief timeout on the floor, a minute and 43 to go. And we'll have Salim at the line when we continue in just a minute. Don't forget the Wildcats out on the road this week, not too far away, the start of the Pac-10 season. Mr. Elliott.
It's right here, right there. And that's why you see the guys huddling around the master Hall of Fame coach, Lute Olson.
Hey, on Saturday, you saw Jason Gardner take a spill. Or Kevin Gardner, rather. Jason Gardner.
Watch, he's going to come up, lose his balance, and he disappeared. And you see him holding his back. He's a tough kid, though, so he's going to get up right away. I don't care how much he feels pain. Look, he's going to get up. He's a warrior.
Feeling fine tonight. 5 points, 4 assists, 500 overall in his career. Salim Stoudamire resumes at the line. He hit a three-pointer. As a matter of fact, that was the play on which Gardner earned his 500th career assist. And now Salim can make this a three-point play. He does so, 6 points.
You know, Salim at the free throw line. When he leaves here, he's going to have every free throw record at this institution.
Yeah, he just missed for the first time the other night.
Yeah, he was 17 for 18 coming into the season. Into this game, 94.
Yeah, he missed it the other night.
Yeah, 94%. And adding to that, he just shoots it so softly.
Yeah.
And it just goes right over the front of the rim. It's like you don't know if it's live or memorized. It's like it's the same shot every single time.
And that's what every coach will tell you about shooting free throws.
And he's limping right now. I think he re-injured the left or the right ankle.
Oh, he's really not doing well on the ankle right now. He's struggling to stay up on man defense. They're going to need to get the ball stopped here and get him off the floor. Kevin Gardner scores for Boston University, 39-35, they're within 4. Up and again, scored Hassan Adams. Adams with 9 points in the first half. Arizona, 41-35, 6-point lead.
There's your trap. You got him over the line. Oh, don't leave him. You had him right there at Toe City because he couldn't cross back over once he crossed that half-court line.
Well, it's customary for Arizona to have a bigger, better second half than they do in the first. We'll see how they come out next half. They'll be talking about this guy, Chaz Carr, knocks it down for 3.
Ooh, a little popped a little meat that time. I saw Sean Wynn throw a bow at Ricky Anderson on the way down. Getting a little physical out here. Need some Olivia Newton-John walking around here. A little backdrop of some music.
I'll go back to Rowdy Yates at Rawhide.
Now you do have a differential between the game clock and the shot clock.
Anderson's going to fire it with 4 on the shot clock and drains the 3. The Wildcats better get back on defense. Boston toss it up, not in, throws way out, no foul calls. That concludes the first half of play. Our score at McHale Center, Arizona 44, Boston University 38. The Cats with a three-pointer from Anderson go to the locker room, extending their lead to 6 points. And to assess the first half right now, Lute Olson standing by with Sean Mooney.
Coach, another slow start for the Cats tonight, and it looks like Boston, they wanted to slow this game down, and they've been able to pull up their game plan.
You know, that's the way they play, and they're going to try to make us play that way. And the problem is that we're not doing a good job of converting some
action going on with that twang, you know.
You betcha.
Action going on with that twang, you know.
You betcha.
Boston University.
Yeah, he's been there for a while as an assistant, now as a head coach, and defending conference champions, and they're expected to win their conference again. But now, at hand, 6 points separate the two teams. Arizona will get the ball out of bounds to begin the second half. 44-38. Into Walton very quickly it goes. Luke with the left hand up against the glass, counted down.
See, Luke is showing. Oh, nice steal that time by Jason Gardner. Now we've got the full court press doing what it needs to do. Ooh, that would have helped us. Is it Adams
with the putback.
Down low. Offensive board, put back 2 points. Here's your trap. See, they can't get the ball in bounds.
We've seen a lot of teams get absolutely throttled in the first few minutes of the second half in this particular game, the Banquet Fiesta Bowl Classic Championship. Cats come up with the first 4 points. Nice little race around and throw it down. Chaz Carr. He has 7 points tonight. That seats the crowd, 48 to 41. Gardner popping in from the baseline, doesn't put it down. Frye finds Walton. And he needs to go outside to Frye. Tell you what, Terriers, as we mentioned, they were 10th in the nation last year at limiting field goals by their opponents, and you can see why. As Stoudamire misses the whole rigmarole, I think it was blocked. But if it was, why is it not out of bounds to Arizona?
The official didn't call it that way.
So it just went straight through. Air ball by Stoudamire.
Again, off the dribble, trying to move quickly. He seems to be better this year, especially with that bum ankle just being set, catch and shoot.
Down in the middle, big tough shot by the big kid Ryan Butt, 6'8", junior, out of Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Watch his pump move. He knows he's got a shot blocker, so you show him the pump, show him the ball, watch him jump to the sky, and then throw your body into him, draw the foul, give yourself a little room to get the ball away from you. Great move that time by Ryan Butt.
Butt with the good free throw. 48-43. They've cut it to 5. Arizona scored the first 4 points of the half, and now all of a sudden, Boston's back in it. Here's Walton underneath. Pump fake, second time around. No fouls. 7 points for Walton to go, along with 6 rebounds. Leading scorer so far for Arizona tonight, Hassan Adams with 11. 18 minutes remain in the game. Walton with 4 of his 7 points here in the second half. Run a little bit of a weave. Turner with the 3-point shot.
Now, Dave, that's the guy who was not going at all in the first half, but with big, strong Saturday. He was 0 for 4 in the first half. Walton feeling his offensive prowess in the second half here. But Matt Turner, 34 for them, is the one that got hot on Saturday night against Florida State, ended up with 18 points. First half here, he was 0 for 4 from three-point land, 1 for 6 overall, but he drained that last one. So let's see what happens. So there he is with the ball right now.
Walton screens, gets the rebound. That is his 7th. He's heading for a double-double tonight. Tell you what, it's interesting too, Bob. It seems to me, and I don't know how exactly you measure it, but it seems like Walton's got the most energy of anybody on the floor tonight.
Well, he had a couple of weeks off, so
yeah, that's true.
That might help you have a little more energy.
And he knows that he has no classes ahead of him that he really has to take with the degree that he earned and awarded in this building last week. All right, we've got our trivia question. It's presented by your Southern Arizona Chevy dealers. Which former Wildcat holds the Fiesta Bowl Classic single-game scoring record? We've got pictures of him doing it, and we'll have it if you can think about it. Which Wildcat holds the Fiesta Bowl Classic single-game scoring record?
He put on a show that night.
Well, I remember it distinctly.
And he messed around and dunked one with his left hand. That's when I knew the biorhythms were real high.
Yep. The foul is on Turner. That is his 3rd personal foul. And just the first team foul for either side here in the second half. Walton alone for 3.
There's the shooter's touch. Nice and soft. You shoot it straight on the front of the rim. You get what Luke just got. Front of the rim, back, in the hole.
12 points, 7 rebounds for Walton. And of Walton's, as you watch this 3-point roll in, Luke has scored 9 of his 12 points here in the second half.
See, that's what I meant. Nice and soft, straight on, so you hit the front of the rim. He goes hits the backboard and drops right in the hole.
Channing Frye takes a rest here in the second half. Isaiah Fox in for him as Arizona goes on defense. Quick shot, missed. The Wildcats need to force Boston to take the quicker shots. That time was missed by Carr. They're going to go right back to Chaz. As you mentioned, Bob, they need to play a much tougher defense, particularly now that they're in the final minutes before they start conference. 3-point baseline shot by Grochowalski. Well, at the other end, fall away, throw it up off the glass. He is fouled, and he will go to the line. Feast or famine for Arizona tonight at the free throw line. They made 7 straight free throws after they missed 6 of their first 7 free throws. So crawling up to 50%. A little bit over now. And Walton struggled mightily at the line.
In the first half, he was 3 for 7 from the line, 0 for 4 from the field, with 0 for 2 from three-point land. Then he comes out to start the second half, says forget all of it. He's at 13 points after only 3 in the first half. 10 points in the second half. Make that 11.
For 11, and with Luke Walton getting hot, the Wildcats get warmer to that trophy, 57-49.
We interrupt this program for an important announcement. O'Reilly Chevrolet is the #1 dealer in Tucson, so we're saying thank you, Tucson, for making us #1. Get employee pricing through the end of the year on all new and used cars and trucks. That's right, pricing that has been exclusively for employees is now available to you through December 31st. And 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments for 90 days on new cars and trucks is still available. Come into O'Reilly Chevrolet, Broadway at Wilmot today, and we'll say thank you for making us #1.
Hey guys, with those, you also get a mask, fins, regulator, tank, an underwater camera, snorkel.
Isn't it great when the extras are included? It's like that with the Chrysler PT Cruiser. With 32 seating configurations and a ton of cargo space.
Be right back.
All at a great low price.
Hey guys, look, she threw in a couple of these too.
It's more than you ever expected.
America's #1 pregame show is ready to hit prime time. It's Fox NFL Saturday Night.
Saturday night? I do my best work on Saturday night.
It's a television event that can only happen in prime time.
Prime time, baby. I'm ready.
Fox NFL Saturday Night, coming next month.
Winston Cup champion Tony Stewart tries to conquer NASCAR's most legendary track, the Daytona 500, this February, only on Fox.
Back to McHale Center. We asked you earlier, our Southern Arizona Chevrolet dealers trivia question. Which Wildcat holds the Fiesta Bowl Classic single-game scoring record? Did you say Khalid Reeves? If you did, you won the new Chevrolet. 40 points versus Michigan 9 years ago?
Oh, hurt me. Khalid 9 years ago? Oh, my goodness. Check this move out. Nice and smooth. They thought he was going to the left, but he came back to the right. And here's my favorite part. When Khalid dunked that one, that's it. Reggie Geary give him a hug. Joseph Blair, shorter hair dude than he has recently. But 9 years, Dave.
Yes, sir. You know, what's interesting about that, too, I remember that night with the great clarity, and it was still a big upset for Arizona to beat a Michigan in those days. Steve Fisher came in, oh, yes, we just came out west and, you know, put it away, poo-pooed the whole thing.
Some guys on that team with all that problem was showing up with recently up in Ann Arbor, University of Michigan, with the booster and erasing everything from that year and other years, taking banners down.
Isn't that amazing?
Eraser.
I've always been fascinated by that. I'll put it in context in just a minute. In our lifetime, a little race. Gardner somehow gets it to Anderson, who puts it right back to Gardner.
You got Luke. Shoot it, Luke.
Oh, almost got his own follow. Instead, it goes to Boston University. They've got some speed out there. Sean Wynn brings it down. Gives it to Carr. Chaz misses it. A little up-tempo. You know what's remarkable about this game? Boston has 6 turnovers. The Cats have just 2.
Yeah, they've been taking care of it. Just nobody can put the ball in the hole from the field.
Neither team shooting over 50% in the first half. Hassan took his eyes off it for a split second. There's the third Arizona turnover. Well, this Boston team, Bob, can play. 57-49, 14 minutes, 20 seconds remain in the game. Carl leaves it back outside to Collins. Along the baseline, move it in. Big, strong move. Bring it down again, put it up. Missed, no foul call. Collins puts it up this time. And he is fouled. He goes to the line. So Billy Collins working down low with Ryan Butt, and it's finally Collins who goes to the line.
Boston U working the inside game, the paint. You see Collins coming out of there, flexing. Watch him come out of here. He's feeling it. Showing his little veins coming out the bicep.
Collins with the miss. This year, a preseason America East All-Conference team. Last year, 2002, America East first team All-Conference. And he misses 2 free throws. Gardner and the Cats moving it quickly. Walton. Gardner works, puts it back outside to Stoudamire quickly. Barely got that pass away. Salim lost it quick, recovering defensively. This time off the pick. Here's Gardner.
Now that was some serious ball movement. One side of the floor, to the other side of the floor, to the other side of the floor, back again. Salim, nice pass. Jason knocks it down.
And it finally came when Arizona set the pick. They could not do it just by passing. Gardner, by the way, now with 8 points tonight. And they've got somebody tied up. Matt Turner. And they called a timeout.
See from the wide look here, Salim Stoudamire on the left side of your screen with the ball. He's going to dribble into the middle. Keep your eye. Oh, this is real early on because see it goes from Walton all the way back over to skip past to Salim. Now he's going to come over and watch Gardner over here. Get it, catch it, knock it down.
And there you saw Isaiah Fox with the screen. Cats extend their lead to 11, their biggest of the night. 13:26 to go.
Man, it's so awesome hanging out in the hot tub with Derek Fisher. Thanks for having me over, Don. No problem.
I do for you, maybe you can do for me sometime.
That's right. Hey, why don't you be on my show next week?
You know what? That'd be superb.
Tuesday, January 7th, Emmy Award winner Michael Chiklis is back.
You screwed me!
The Shield Season 2, New Alliances.
You and I need to come to an understanding.
I guess we have a deal.
New Enemies.
You're gonna tell me who you protect. Right now!
A whole new season of this series that's too intense for network TV.
Better find your game.
I never lost it.
The Shield Season 2, Tuesday, January 7th at 10, following the FX premiere of Armageddon, only on FX.
You're watching Fox Sports Net.
Welcome back to Lute and Bobby Olson Court. The Cats on a roll, up now over BU, 60-49. And we talk a lot about what Luke Walton brings to the Wildcats when he's on the court. Talked with Coach John Rossborough before the game, and he said that one thing that Luke has been struggling with is his touch as of late, and a lot of that has to do with that ankle sprain and his conditioning. And we saw in the first half he struggled, only had 3 points, but he made up for it. He had 6 rebounds. Then he comes charging out. Now he's got 14 points. And Bob and Dave, Coach Roz says we are incrementally better when he is on the courts. And we see it now in this game as he starts to get his touch back. And he still has that presence when he's on the floor.
Thank you, Sean. Well, That may be an understatement that they are incrementally better. They are, as the kids would say, way better, dude. Jim Rosborough, as he watches the Wildcats go high-low. Anderson down into the block of the box. 2 more points, 62-53, I believe it should read.
I'm a little partial to the high-low. Being a guy who used to play that spot, I thought it was very well executed. Anderson down to Isaiah. Isaiah using that big body to spread himself out to catch that pass.
Back inside goes, spin, turn around, nice move. Jason Grochowalski.
Jason's come on to play over here.
Yeah,
he must like the weather out in Arizona. Very fast.
Gardner can't find it. Anderson does. The ball gotten away from Matt Turner. And Anderson, Johnny on the spot.
One of the things you miss, you know, without Ricky Anderson on the floor. You see it now. He only played 6 minutes in the first half. Sat out the game on Saturday with the flu.
Well, Boston's getting some good looks tonight, Bob. That time, Walton and Gardner just a little too fast. And the ball ends up out of bounds. I like that high-low.
Oh, I love the high-low. Ricky's up high. Now watch. He's going to pass it down. Look how Isaiah shielded himself to allow himself to catch it and turn away from the defender, put off the glass and in.
Isaiah Fox out of the ball game. Channing Frye returns to the Arizona lineup as Chaz Carr brings the ball back across the 10-second line for the Boston University Terriers. 12 minutes, 4 seconds remain. Arizona with an 11-point advantage. Low trajectory, but right in. I think that Ryan Butt.
At the big center going out shooting a 3.
Well, he shot it, you know, he's 6'8". Like somebody else I know, he didn't need to get much arc on it at all. He just kind of looked down at it. Turn around by Walton, and that's good.
That's my little finesse that you're used to seeing from Luke Walton. He'll fade away, soft through the nets. Now he's going to cross people up on the scouting report.
Now, Sean Mooney and Jim Rosborough making the point about Luke Walton a moment ago. He's got 16 points, 8 rebounds. And we'll check on how many assists Walton has, because we've seen the kid put up a triple-double before. But that may not happen tonight.
Stroll on out of that one, Dave.
Yeah,
that was smooth.
I got excited about it.
That was smooth.
Luke Walton's got 16 points and 8 rebounds. He's got 1 assist. Well, let's take a look. Spin, put it up. It works.
Those must have been some cookies you left Santa.
I didn't leave them cookies. I left them cheese.
Ah, the power of cheese.
Hey guys, let's not forget, man, this is the NFL show. And the NFL's hardcore, so we must stay hardcore.
That's right.
You know, Tom, you've been out here the longest. You gotta make sure that, you know, me and Michael don't get caught up in that Hollywood stuff, you know?
You can count on me. If you guys fall off the wayside, just let me know, man.
Mike, I think I'm gonna get the either the polish or the clear. No, just get a nice buff.
Hey guys, how about a bikini wax next?
The NFL Show with Irvin, Syracuse, and Davidson, Saturday and Sunday on Fox Sports Net.
Meet Evan, a bachelor who earns $19,000 a year.
Great hair, great eyes, great body.
And meet the 20 women who are about to compete for his heart. Why? They think he's worth $50 million. Now, who would ever give him that idea? Can true love survive a little $50 million lie? Joe Millionaire, a new reality series with a twist.
It's a dream come true.
That's really twisted. Coming next month to Fox.
Coming up after the game, it's the Arizona Sports Report. It's 30 minutes of nightly sports news completely dedicated to the home teams throughout Arizona. Tonight's stories include the Suns. They battle the Timberwolves. The Suns have won 8 of 9. The Oilers face off against the Coyotes tonight. Phoenix coming off a 4-0 win, and there's going to be complete coverage from right here, the Banquet Fiesta Bowl Basketball Classic. Post-game interviews and highlights from all these sports events. It's coming up right after the game on Fox Sports Net. Packed to the rafters tonight trying to see if Arizona can win their 18th Banquet Fiesta Bowl title in 19 years. Nicely done, Billy Collins. 15 points for Billy. Walton brings it down the other way.
Left hand, left hand. You know, when the guy's pushing you to your left, go ahead and take it. Drop step, jump the hook. He'd have been done out of there. Go against the pressure.
66-58. Boston's cut the Wildcat lead again. And a foul call. Fouls on Rashad Bell.
I'm talking about, see how the guy is on this side. So just come to the middle. It's wide open. One step. Instead, he went back to the same pressure. Now you're fighting. You'll see it great from this side. Watch. Instead of him coming into the middle, he goes back to where the defender is. If Channing is a finesse player, and Lord knows we know he is, you've got to move against the pressure. You can't beat somebody up. You feel it coming on your left side, you go to the right side. It's pretty binary. It's like computers. Everything's a 1 or a 0.
Well, let's hope he stays here 2 more years to make sure he gets that down prior to going anywhere else. Basketball. Walton misses the turnaround layup. And now comes very quickly. Terriers bring it back down, reverse, put it up, and they say traveling.
Now over in Europe, that would have been fine. You can take that extra step.
Oh yeah.
But we're in America, so that doesn't work.
When I see the funky key, I know where to watch people carrying the ball. I always feel like when I watch international basketball, they should keep rushing statistics.
After you start teaching geometry, and say, now that's called a trapezoid.
That's right. Well, luckily they don't play. Maybe Luke thinks they're playing on a rhombus tonight.
No, I'll tell you what. I don't think I would want to be at practice tomorrow.
Nope.
Because the Hall of Fame coach does not seem to be too happy about today's effort.
No. And the Hall of Fame coach also knows what awaits this basketball team Thursday night.
Hey, you going to Eugene, Oregon on Thursday playing like this, it'd be like last time we were up there doing that game.
Yes.
It was over 20-point difference.
Bring it in, pump it up, cannon.
Right back in it.
Matt Turner hits the shot.
Down with his ankle.
And Walton.
He's holding that ankle, that right ankle. It's the right one. So he didn't want to put any pressure on it.
Well, I tell you, you hear a huge sigh in this building.
There's Luke right there. So let's see how this injury occurs. Watch his right ankle, the one with, he just reached back, stepped back on his teammate, and it flipped again. And there's not so much strength in it because he keeps flipping it so many times. But you can see on that replay, that was a great camera shot there. He just stepped back on Jason Gardner's foot inadvertently, and it just flipped.
And you'll recall when he first came to the program, he had problem ankles. Took a red shirt year trying to get them as strong as possible. Gardner, meanwhile, crosses through the lane and misses the shot, and he's fouled.
I don't think it's a coincidence that Luke Walton comes out of the game and Jason Gardner takes the very next shot for Arizona. He knows he's one of the 3 senior leaders, and if one of those 3 guys goes out, Luke's in a lot of pain. You can see that. He's in a lot of pain. Probably real frustrated also, because there's nothing worse than just continue to keep hurting that same ankle. Now, take him back, get him into the training room. No sense in him playing again today. Just get him in and start on the treatments. Try to get him ready for Thursday. Today's Monday. We got a couple days.
That's going to be difficult.
It's going to mess his groove on tomorrow night, though. That's for sure. He won't be out there shaking it any place.
Oh, no, he's not. Put it right into the lane, and the pass just a little too hot for Grochowalski. Turnover by Boston gives Arizona the basketball. The Wildcats led at half by 6. They extended it to 11, and now they lead by 5. 9 minutes, 12 seconds to go in the game.
Dave, I have to believe if this were really a Pac-10 game, I don't believe Lute Olson would take Jason Gardner out at this particular time, given the fact that Luke Walton just came out.
No.
But he's going ahead. He's going with the younger guys. using this as a learning tool because, again, they're gearing themselves toward the Pac-10 season.
All right, let's look around the floor right now. Stoudamire, Frye. You got Anderson, the senior, out there. A freshman in Rogers and a freshman in Adams. And you start to understand that at some point the young ones are going to need to know, particularly the sophomores, that they have to play like upperclassmen.
They're going to have to step up. Hey, you've been practicing since October 11th. You've had a few games under your belt. It's time to take it to the next level.
And there's some talent there too as you get there. Chris Rogers, Jason Rainey, Phil Torres, Andre. You got Will sitting there, and of course Jason just resting right now. Channing Frye now with 7 points and 5 rebounds. The Cats put the pressure on. Rogers meets Wynn. Chris did a great job on defense the other night. He's doing it again.
He's all over. Off the turnover.
Adams is fouled, and they're going to call it an intentional.
Because he was about to wind it up.
Wow.
The defense by Chris Rogers. Actually, Hassan Adams knocked it loose. Over to Chris, and he's about to wind up with that left hand, and oh, come on now. Well, that's how you can get hurt.
Yep, that's why they called it. A couple of shots, and Arizona's going to get the ball out of bounds as well. Now, if he'd come down on an ankle and flip that around,
oh yeah, this place would be rough.
You betcha. There would have been a security problem here.
Quickly.
67-61. Arizona back up to a 6-point lead in this one with 8:43 to go. But again, looming right around the corner, the conference season. And guess what? You got your dial set tonight for most of the games. Now, don't forget, Thursday night will be crosstown. We'll be on KWBA, Cable 8, 58 in Southern Arizona, and KAZ-TV in Phoenix. And then at Oregon State and against Washington State, against Washington and USC, all of them right here on Fox Sports Net.
Tell you what, Dave, given the injury that just happened to Luke Walton, is he going to be ready by that game right there? Because that's going to be huge.
Yeah, it is.
That's huge.
And you certainly don't want to go up there, and no matter who it is, you don't want to be 0-1 in the Pac-10. It just gets everything off the wrong way.
Uphill.
Yep. All right, Hassan Adams does his part with a couple of free throws. He has 13 points, and of course, with the intentional foul, Arizona also gets the ball out of bounds, so this could have been a very costly foul by Collins. You see the Wildcats can cash in and really make the Terriers pay. 69-61, back with an 8-point lead. Arizona has led by as many as 11 here in this second half.
Walking in that 2-3 zone. That's how you break it. Get the ball to the middle.
That was a 5-point swing.
Great choice by Ricky Anderson. Broke in the middle. That breaks the zone. Find the guy that's open. And Ricky playing a little defense out there on the floor.
And again, Bob, that all started by the turnover caused by Rogers and Adams, which gave Arizona the opportunity. 72-61. Arizona back in front by 11. And they're starting to put the pressure on outside the perimeter here. Rogers very quickly out. Adams, too. Foul away by the big kid. Boy, he can shoot. Ryan Butt.
And he even told the crowd to shush a little bit. Had his finger to the mouth. Getting a little cocky from Boston.
Rogers gets it to Frye. Channing off the glass. Responds. 74-63. The Wildcats again by 11. 7 minutes, 30 seconds remain in the game. Arizona trying for their 18th Banco Fiesta Bowl Tournament Championship in 19 years. Collins doesn't get it. Anderson does. And Rogers has the basketball for Arizona, but he's picked from behind, out of bounds to Arizona. Nice little defensive move by Grochowalski. Well, the Wildcats now with another 11-point lead, and it's Ryan Butt says no more. We're not going to be quiet, Ryan. We're going to be right back.
Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. You gotta have something if you want to be with me.
Get 0% APR with 0 down payment. and 0 payments for 90 days. Or get $2,000 cash back on every new 2003 Chevy truck and SUV. 000. Visit O'Reilly or Watson Chevrolet today.
Coming up tonight on your Arizona Sports Report, who will stay and who will go now that the Cardinals season is over? Where does the team go from here? You've got questions, we've got answers. On your Arizona Sports Report, coming up next.
Come ball with us. College basketball on Fox Sports Net. Jason Gardner and Pac-10 powerhouse Arizona battle conference foe Oregon State. Come ball with us. Saturday at 9 on Fox Sports Net.
Hey friends, the big news this television season is that America's #1 pregame show is taking its act to prime time, Saturday, January 18th. It's Fox NFL Saturday Night as JB, Terry, Howie, and Jimmy, along with Jillian and Jimmy Kimmel, grab the spotlight. The show features a special live performance from Shania Twain and her return to network television. It's Fox NFL Saturday Night, January 18th, only on Fox. You talk about a retro night in here.
It's the wave, Dave. They got it going, too. It's been around a few times.
I haven't seen a wave in this building for a long time. Talking about the NFL, I wonder if they're going to highlight the Miami Dolphins special teams units. As the Wildcats traveled in space and time, it's a violation. Turn it over to Boston.
I bet they start that wave back up on the next timeout. So they had that rolling.
We'll see.
All right.
7 minutes remain in the basketball game. Arizona 74-63. Cats shooting a little bit better in the second half. Boston still out shooting them though. Shove it down underneath, put it up. Nice play that time by Adams and Anderson. Rogers taking it the other way. A lot of freshman talent out there right now. Adams hangs, puts it up. Offensive foul as he took Ryan Butt to the mat.
Yeah, for Lute Olson, there's too much one-on-one dribbling, too much isolation. It's just not there. You see Butt slide it over there. Nice block. Actually, it was Hassan Adams that got the block. And then you see the charge. He's going to come right into your picture. Butt standing right there.
Yep.
And took the charge as he landed on his derriere.
That's right, as opposed to. And Chris Rogers applying just a tad bit too much pressure to one Chaz Carr. Foul on Chris. It's his first personal foul. 16 fouls on the Wildcats. By the way, 7 on Boston. So the Wildcats are shooting 1-and-1s. Arizona has not fouled that much in this tournament at all. Collins. And he walked with it before he put it up.
Yeah, he did the Boston shuffle.
Collins with 13 points tonight for the Terriers, 74-63. 12 turnovers for Boston tonight.
Lute Olson getting a good look at Chris Rogers in the point guard position. Giving him a lot of key minutes there. Nice pass by Channing.
Hassan couldn't get it the first time, but he got it the second.
I'm telling you, every time I see this kid play, he amazes me how he can get the ball onto the glass and guys cannot block because he's only 6'4".
Quick, and he can jump. And he's got a lot more skills than that, too. You know, it's interesting watching the college basketball players. Well, before we get to that, I want to remind everybody that this January, Fox Sports Net introduces 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, the only show that takes you inside the world of extreme sports each and every night. With breaking news, event highlights, and insider features, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is the entire world of extreme sports all in one place. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 premiering weeknights this January on Fox Sports Net. At the line, Matt Turner no premiere for him. He's got 11 points now tonight. Salim has 3 personal fouls. In case you just joined us, the big news right now is Luke Walton is in the training room examining the ankle that was just recently repaired but apparently re-injured tonight. Dennis Wolf, the head coach of the Boston Terriers, looking in as his team stays with the 4th-ranked team in the country tonight. 5 minutes, 43 seconds to go, 76-64, Arizona by 12. All alone is Stoudamire. Back rotation into the net.
Big time, big time. That took it. 15-point margin. Much needed. Now you got to play the defense. Another hold here. Get it down close, get closer to 18, 20-point margin. Then they'll fold. Nice move.
Channing Frye. Bob, you keep up. Stoudamire hangs on to it. Nope, he bounced it on the line, so out of bounds for the Terriers. You always keep the stat about when certain players come out, whether or not they extend or lose the lead. This young team out here right now has been extending a lead.
They have. They've done a good job. I mean, that's something Luke Olson going into the season want to know who's going to be the backup point guard to Jason Gardner. He's tried Bynum. He's tried a little bit of Salim Stoudamire, but Salim hasn't been here that much, mainly playing the 2. Now he's trying Chris Rogers, and I think he has found the backup point guard for Jason Gardner. Chris is giving him good defense. He's giving him some offense. And he's not going to hurt you while he's out there because Jason's not going to sit for so much.
No.
This is a very extended period of time right now for Jason to sit out.
Great defense by Isaiah Fox. He deflects the ball to go to Chris Rogers. Rogers is fouled. And then a call to foul on a befuddled Matt Turner. He can't believe it. And if it is on Matt, yes it is. He is done with the game.
You saw the Coach Wolf say to Matt Turner, don't do anything stupid.
Well, Matt was just stunned that the call was on him, and that was foul number 5. So he fouls out of the game, and the young man is hot. Maybe we can take a look.
Let's see, a little crossover. Oh, actually, the foul's on 22.
Yeah, the foul is on Chaz Carr.
Oh, now we know why he's mad. See, look at there, you see 22.
He laid right off of it.
I'm surprised when the coaches for Boston U doesn't go up there and say something.
Well, I think Coach Wolf is more concerned about the fact that he may have gotten the team a technical foul.
Yeah, but see, Chaz Carr has no fouls right now.
Right.
So that's one of those, you go to the official all nice and politically and say, hey, listen, you got the wrong guy.
That's the point. I think what happened was when Matt threw his tantrum, that got the focus off the game and got the focus back on Matt Turner.
Sure did.
So Dennis Stoudamire getting ready to check in, and Chris rolls at it. You know, it's amazing watching Chris Rogers play the point tonight. That was his first point.
That's all right, but he ran the team. The point guard for Arizona does not have to score. He needs to distribute, keep everybody in place, and be your coach on the floor.
Cats 10 shy tonight at the free throw line. They got off to a horrid start. They went 6 of 7 to begin the night. Or excuse me, the other way around. They missed 6 of 7 to start the night. Collins, three-pointer. Nope. Stoudamire with the rebound. Salim tonight with 12 points. That is his first rebound. Hassan Adams tonight scoring again very well, 15 points. Move it in. Isaiah Fox to Adams. Adams with a nice fake, but gets it back and left-handers it in.
If you get his ball in the left hand around the hole, it looks like money.
Not Eric money.
Not Eric money.
This is a brand new chapter. 82-64, under 4 to go in the game. The Cats now asserting themselves. And again, Bob, the good news for Luke Olson right now, they're doing it, although they are missing Luke Walton. And we're just a couple seconds away. Here's a 5. That's a three-point shot nailed by Paul Seymour. And it appears now, Bob, that one of the stories tonight for Boston University, a young man named Kevin Fitzgerald, started every game since coming into this program. He is now a junior. He hurt his back at practice here at McHale Center the other day, and he is not playing tonight, so he's breaking a streak that started 3 years ago. Nice touch, however, it doesn't fall. Lattimore with the rebound for the Wildcats. Coming up on the 3-minute mark. So Wildcats. And what do we have? We have a timeout called by Arizona. It's a short one. Well, you know, Lute Olson has become somewhat of a philosopher lately, talking about the fact that you've got guys hurt like a Walton and like a Stoudamire. You have an opportunity to let the young ones get in and play. See what the coach has to say about having so many of his veterans hurt.
We've gotten a lot more time for some of our freshmen as a result of some of our veterans not being able to be there, and I think that's made them better players. I think it's made them tougher in terms of you know, having to deal with road games and having to face a team like Texas, where Hassan and Andre split the 40 minutes evenly, 20 each, and there's no question that they're more realistic about what this game is about now that they've played a team like Texas.
One of the young men who's gotten some significant play time throughout the year, but not lately, is Andre Iguodala. He is in for Arizona now. Stoudamire alone for three, back spin. This time he misses it. Carr grabs the ball for Boston's Terriers. Coast to coast, can he put it in? Nope. Lattimore at the other end. Dennis Lattimore making the most of his time. 6 rebounds for Dennis.
So Dave, as Arizona winds this one down, looks like they're going to get a W. They're going to win the tournament. Who do you think is going to be the MVP?
I would venture, well, I'll tell you, it's it's a senior and a freshman for me. Actually, it's actually a senior, freshman, or a sophomore.
Playing well. He had a great spurt in the second half before he got hurt.
Right.
He was on a roll.
So now we're down to Adams.
Adams and Stoudamire.
All right. Adams and Stoudamire.
That's anybody's choice.
Yep. Isaiah Fox looks for Lattimore, couldn't find him. Collins has got the basketball. Up short. He's got Lattimore with another rebound. 7 rebounds tonight. Limited time. For Dennis, he's going to have some very nice statistics to share with the coaching staff at the conclusion of this game. Gardner with 3.
Another guy in double figures for Arizona.
Yeah, the Wildcats now scoring over 80, and they've been deadly as a club when they do that. So another indicator that this one is well salted away. If you're the Boston Terriers, up next is Binghamton. Last time I remember Binghamton, it was Quentin McHale's commander on Terra Tupa in McHale's Navy. Captain Wallace beat Binghamton. Well, they open against Binghamton on Saturday.
Come on.
And boy, that'll date you when you have McHale's Navy trivia. No, folks, I'm not 600 years old. Under a minute to go. And the Wildcats, of course, as we mentioned, and we will remind you again, Thursday night, they begin conference play with the Oregon Ducks in Eugene. And Bob and I will have it for you live beginning at 10 p.m. You heard it correctly, 10 p.m. on Thursday night. We'll have that one for you on WB 58 Cable A. Well, shot clock, buzzer goes. Last bucket of the night. Does it go to the Wildcats or the Terriers? 85-71, 15 seconds to go. That will probably be it. Jason has no interest in anything except crossing the 10-second line. and getting ready for the Wildcats to take another tournament championship. The Arizona Wildcats, winners of the 2002 Bank One Fiesta Bowl Basketball Classic, honoring Bobby Olson here at Lute and Bobby Olson Court. For Lute Olson, 18 championships out of 19 for the program. And to repeat, the one time they did not get it, it was when he was away.